question 21 part B is asking us to make the variable y the subject of the formula. So this is going to be a rearranging equations question. The first thing we want to do is we want to have it all on a nice even line, so this divide by y plus 2 needs to be removed, and to do the inverse of divide by y plus 2 we're going to multiply by y plus 2, and we've got to remember we're going to do that on both sides of our equation. So we're going to go t times y plus 2, so t times y plus 2 equals, now the divide by y plus 2 and the times by y plus 2 are the inverse operations which cancel each other out, so we're left with the 2 minus 3y on top. Next thing I'm going to need to do, I'm going to go and I'm going to expand this so I can get rid of these brackets. So I'm going to have t times y, which is ty, and I'm going to have t times by positive 2, which is 2t, and that's still equal to 2 minus 3y. The key now to make y the subject of the formula means that we need y on just one side of the equation. So I'm going to move this minus 3y, and to move it I'm going to have to add 3y, and I'm going to do that to both sides of the equation. So I now have ty plus 3y is equal, plus 2t, because we haven't done anything with that yet, is equal to 2. So the good news is my y's are now on the same side of the equation, but I've got other stuff here that's got nothing to do with y, so I need to remove that. So to get rid of this plus 2t, I'm going to subtract 2t from both sides. So we end up with ty plus 3y is equal to 2 minus 2t, and then this type of A-grade rearranging question is going to require us to factorise. So we pull out of here our common factor, which is y, because it exists in both parts. So y goes on the outside, and we're left with t plus 3, because y times t is yt, and y times 3 is 3y, and that's equal to 2 minus 2t on the other side. Now, final step, to make y the subject of the formula, we want y to be on its own. So we're going to remove this times by t plus 3, and to remove a times by we're going to divide, and we're going to do that on both sides. So we end up with y is equal to 2 minus 2t all divided by t plus 3. And the one hint I'd say there is make sure you've written y equals, otherwise it hasn't become the subject of the formula.